Hello, my name is Ella Uriu, and I'm a teacher for the Art Hour. I'm a senior at John Muir High School, and today we are going to be making zines. So welcome to the Zine Workshop. All right, I'm going to share my screen. So as I said before, my name is Ella. And I usually like to start off my classes with a little bit of an icebreaker, and this will sort of help later on in the process. So just for a moment, I want you to think about what is your favorite character from a cartoon or an anime or like any sort of TV show. So for example, I really love the cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I think Aang is like definitely one of like my favorite characters. Um, and then I also just like to know, like, what sort of art do you like to make? And this could be any form of art that you think of. It could be music, you could be a cartoonist, or you like to draw. You can make origami or crochet or knit or sculpt or paint, any sort of artwork, like poetry, things like that. So yeah, just think about like sort of what type of art you like to make. Yeah, this is like a good point in time to like think about, because all in this workshop we're going to be using maybe all of these things. You'll see. All right, so welcome to how to make a zine. So we're going to start off by asking the question, what is a zine? So a zine is a mini magazine. And so like that's where the word comes from, basically. But it's more than that. So you can use zines to share a particular message or to simply express your creativity. So a message that a zine may have, like it could be political message, or it could be informative, or it could just be to like express yourself. And you can work together to create a zine, like as a community, or you can make a zine by yourself. And today we will be making individual zines, but maybe this is a good opportunity to make like a community zine with your class where you all pitch in. Things like that can be really fun. And they can be both digital or physical. Digital meaning that they like exist on the internet, or physical as in like they exist in your hand. And today we will be creating a physical zine. So some of the examples of some physical zines look sort of like this. This is exactly the format of a zine we will be making today, where you get to like flip through it. And then there are also some zines that even like more advanced physical zines that are triangle shaped, or some zines where this is called amazing, where you get to like actually flip up in your zine. Let me find a good page for that. So this is a good one. You get to flip up in your zine and make some really cool artwork, and I can show more of those to you later. But one physical zine that I would like to talk about is Ghidra, which is the self-proclaimed voice of the Asian American movement. And it was a revolutionary monthly zine that was started by students at UCLA, and it ran from 1969 to 1974. So it's sort of cool to mention this zine because it's a local zine. It also was really empowering in like creating the term, or helping to create the term of Asian American, because before there had been derogatory uses of the words like Oriental and Orientalism and things like that. And so Ghidra is a pretty empowering zine that shared a particular message, but also allowed a lot of Asian American students to express their creativity. And now it exists in a more digital format. So you can look up the Ghidra zine on the internet. I think copies of it do exist. But it's pretty awesome, and the artwork is pretty cool. Yeah, it like Ghidra comes from like Godzilla and things like that. So yeah, like a particular animation or a particular like media inspired the theme of this scene that doesn't have a lot to do with Godzilla. So that's kind of cool. All right, so what can a zine include? I mentioned before, we might be using some different sort of art styles when it comes to zines. So yeah, what do you think a zine can include? All right, I'm going to show you some examples. So a zine can include photos, collages, song lyrics and playlists, illustrations and comics, and poems and short essays, and so much more. Like pretty much anything you would want to put into a zine, you could. Like I've put origami into zines, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, zines can be anything you want them to be, which is why it's this, I believe this is such like a really fun format to create art. All right, so some supplies. All you're going to need is some 8.5 by 11 size paper, which is like copy paper, some scissors, a pen or a marker or anything else you'd like to add. So like paint, pictures, etc. This is what an 8.5 by 11 size paper looks like. And then once you've collected your supplies, we can get into the workshop. Alrighty. So I'm going to run it through with you one time with the directions on the screen, and then another time where you can just watch me do it, which might help. So first step is to fold your paper into 8 equal sections. So you're going to start with a hamburger fold, which it looks like this. And you want to try to like get your crease your paper with really good creases. I can sort of angle my camera down to show you. But you want to line up your edge of your paper, and I use my finger to sort of crease the edge. And I can use my nails like this. And that's a hamburger fold. All right, and then you're gonna open that hamburger fold up, and then you're gonna fold hot dog style. Hot dog style, the paper is longer. And you do the same thing. I use my fingers to slide over the zine like so. Then our last step, you're gonna open your paper up again, and there's sort of like a line that goes along the middle. And what you want to do is you want to fold your paper to that line on both sides. So this is gonna sort of make like a little door situation. Like I call them double doors because they open up like this. And you wanna make sure your creases are good. All right, that's step 1. It was a few steps, but that was step number 1. Okay, after this step, we're gonna open the paper up all again. So it should have like your 8 equal sections here. You can probably count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to fold your paper hamburger style. So that's going to be actually from the top to the bottom to look like this. Like so. All right. After you fold your paper hamburger style, you're going to grab your scissors. This is a careful step. We want to use our scissors very carefully. And we also want to cut intentionally. So before anyone cuts anything, I'm going to show you. We are going to snip only from the top to the middle. So first of all, you should be cutting not on the flapsy side. You should be cutting where the paper is connected, and you're going to cut only one length of the paper. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to cut it and I can show you what it looks like. Like so. So this is the only length you're going to cut it. It should look like this. All right. Step number 2, that was a hard step. And then we're going to unfold the paper and then refold it hot dog style with the cup part facing up. So you should have a hole at the top of your paper, and at the bottom you should have no paper connecting. So you have your hole at the top. All right, and then you're going to push gently on either side so that the cut forms into a diamond shaped like this. And you're going to keep pushing until either side touches in the middle. So it will look like a little plus sign. And then you're going to take your hands and fold it into your booklet. So that's how you make a zine. Look at that. And it should look like a book that like sort of has pages on one side and is binded on the other side. Awesome. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to do that again, just so you can see it one more time, with just my screen showing, so it's a little bigger. All right. So step number 1 is to fold your paper into 8 equal sections. So I like to start hamburger style. I like to line up my paper to the edge. Fold like so. And then I fold it, open it up, fold it again, hot dog style. And then I'm going to open it up one last time, and I'm going to make the double doors. So I find the center line, and I'm going to fold right to the middle of that line. And do the same for the other side. So I have one door, and I'm going to fold my second one to the middle. Open it up again. And then I'm going to fold hot dog style. I'm going to use my scissors very, very carefully to snip only this one length. So it will look something like this. And then I'm going to open it up again. You can see my hole is only in the middle. I'm going to fold it hot dog style. Push until it touches in the center. And then I can fold it into my book. And this one's a little wonky, actually. It's okay. That adds flavor. If it's not perfectly straight or lined up, that's okay. But yeah, this is how you create your zine. And there are like so many types of different zines. So this is like a pretty basic one that we'll be making today. But as I showed you before, there are some like really cool zines that are like maze zines or things like that. There are also some zines even look like this, which is pretty big compared to this, you know. But this is a zine that was made by one of my friends, and it includes like poetry and artwork and things like that. And here's a zine that I made with a few of my friends. So as like a group, we did it as a collective. And this is what it looks like. It's like a really cool little booklet. And this is some of my art and some poetry, artwork and some poetry. There's like a lot of words in this one. And some handmade zines, because those were made digitally and then printed. Some handmade zines can come in different sizes and shapes as well. So this is another zine that my friend made on how to make a zine. And this is like another little booklet and things like that that I've made in these workshops. So let's get into the best part of this workshop. So I'm going to share my screen again. We've already made our zine base. And so now we're going to take some time, as much time as we need to add some stuff to your zine. What do you want it to be about? This is an opportunity to like create whatever you would like to create. I never go into the Zine workshop with a plan. I just start like doing things, but sometimes the question inspires me. So if you have like a favorite cartoon or favorite anime that you would like to like draw or things like that, that could be some inspiration. If you want to teach someone how to create your favorite type of artwork, you can do that. There's so much opportunity to add to this. So right now I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to play some music, and potentially play some music. And yeah, we can make a zine together. So all right, I have my zine that I've created here. And let's see, what do I want to start out with? I sort of have some pretty cool envelopes that are like a cool texture. So maybe I'm gonna like cut these up and make them sort of the overarching like cover of my zine, or maybe just rip them up as well. That could be cool. So I'm gonna need tape for this part and some scissors, I think, actually. All right. I'm just cutting the excess material off. As you can see, I have like a cool little textured top that I'm going to tape on. Maybe I could glue it on, actually. I'm going to save this tape for something later, potentially. I think glue might work the best in this instance. So I have some glue sticks. But really, tape would work fine either way. And by the way, this is just a design that I'm making. This part you don't have to follow along with. But I'm just showing you how my process is for making a zine. I'm going to tape this to my cover. Voila. And I think I'm just going to do this for like every single page that I got. I just tape a little bit of it everywhere. So like these pages, they have like little extra flaps. If you want to, you could cut the flap and make it another page. In this case, I'm just going to tape the flaps together so that they move in sync with each other. And I have some like excess stuff that I could add. I'm just formatting it right now, just seeing how it can fit together. And as of the moment, I don't know exactly what my zine is going to be about yet. I'm just sort of like going with the flow and seeing what inspiration I have or what materials I have. Often just leftover materials are what inspire me the most. Like this is just an old envelope from a letter. And so whatever is lying around, sometimes I like to recycle artwork, or I'm a musician, so recycle old music that I'm not using anymore. All right, so this is like page number 2, the front page, page number 2. I think we need to rip it up a little bit more to get some more paper out of this. I think cutting off this excess will work. Oh no, I accidentally cut a little bit of my zine. That's okay. I think like this. Almost looks like a little tree coming out of the ground. I have some little excess pieces. Maybe I put these over in the corner here. All right. Now I'm on my last few pages, second half of the zine. I think I'm just going to continue cutting up some of this and using it as a base for my zine. I think I might want to cut this excess off here. So I need to cut it in the middle over here. Page. All right. And then let's see, what else can I use? I glued it to the wrong side I wanted to glue. That is okay. Just keep working with it. But it's sticky on the outside, so maybe I want to stick some more pieces to it. Maybe this piece. Like that. All right, and then also this is some excess I want to cut off right here. Three more pages to go. final page. I want to try to use all of these like extra stuff that I've cut up. So let's see if I can do that. I'm just going to start like gluing things on to this final page. Oh, like that. The best part about zines is that like you can make it into anything you want. Like the art doesn't have to be that exact, which I really appreciate. You can get as creative and as messy with it as you want. All right. Perfect. I still have this extra piece and this one, but that's okay. I'll save these for another zine. All right, so I have the base of my zine. This is the front. And now I need to just figure out what I want to fill it with. The back is a little bit of a mess. I don't know if it's going to stay down with tape, so I might need some, so if it's going to stay down with glue, so I might need some tape. So I have my clear tape. I'm just going to glue some things down. Right. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. I think I'm actually going to use the Avatar: The Last Airbender theme to make some artwork. So I'm going to grab a pen and I'm going to use my phone to look up the Avatar: The Last Airbender intro. And for the cover, I want to tell what the zine is about. I'm gonna get out. I have these like Mr. Sketch scented markers. I'm going to use. And I'm not a naturally talented like physical drawing person, so I need to look up a reference for my images. We're going to start with Aang's little arrow. His head is a little lopsided. I'm going to try to fix it, but if not, it's okay. And I have him looking a little angry here because I'm using a little angry reference photo right there. But I'm just gonna say Aang. And I like the just very simple black marker. Maybe I'll go in with color later, but let's start without color. I want to do the avatar, the like classic avatar intro, which I have in words over here. So it starts with water, earth, fire, air. So water, earth, fire, air. And I want to look up the symbols for those. After. So I have like a picture of the elements. And I'm going to do my best to do a little imitation of them. So I have my water sign. And I'm going to do my earth. I messed it up a little. That's okay. Fire. It's also a little wonky. But I think that's the charm of it. And then air. All right, I have my 4 elements, like so. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Draw a little Fire Nation person. We're gonna choose this guy. Zoom in on the face. I love the Fire Nation masks. They're so menacing and they also are true to the name. They look like fire. Here's my little Fire Nation mask. Sort of looks like a cow, but that's okay. I think it's kind of cute. All right, moving on. Only the avatar. Master of all four elements. Only the avatar, master of all four elements, can stop them. As you can see, I crowded the word elements a little. And then on the second page, I'm going to write, but when the world needed him most, he vanished. One thing that all avatars have are like the glowing eyes right there. So on this page, I'm going to draw some glowing eyes. Maybe I'll draw a little arrow too, because I'm thinking of Avatar as an Aang. All right, but when the world needed him most, he vanished. Let's draw a little ghost, maybe. And a little whoosh. 100 years passed. And my brother and I discovered the new avatar. An airbender named Aang. Okay, now I need to draw a more detailed picture of Aang. This is a classic. We'll see how good I can do on the detail. We're gonna start with his head. Ooh. Well, his classic eyes. Put that arrow in. He sort of has hella big ears and they're kind of cool. So I gotta include his ears. Whew. It's a little bit of a mess, but it's adorable. Okay. Moving on. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. Maybe a little heart. And then to end it off, I believe Aang can save the world. And I'll draw a little earth. I think that's the plan. There's my little earth. Alrighty. So you do not have to be done with your zine. You can take as much time with it as you would like, but I can just walk you through what I did for my zine. Let me add some tape in there actually, on this page. I think I'm gonna stick with the black and white color palette. All right, but it's Aang. And then we start with the avatar intro. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. Whoosh. 100 years passed, and my brother and I discovered a new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn. There we go. A lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone with a little heart. But I believe Aang can save the world. The end. All right. And this would be the point in time where I'd ask you to share all about your zine. Because the process of zine making is just like so different for every single person. This was sort of just like an off the fly sort of thing, but you can create stories, little short stories with your zines. You can just do whatever you want and create a bunch of artwork. Or you can even like write about something you're passionate about or help teach someone something. So yes, hopefully you can use this format to create as many zines as you would like. To say any sort of stories. But yeah, that's the end of the workshop. I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you continue making zines because I think they're pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Bye.